Welcome everyone, it's KingKlariT Gaming, and in today's video we're going to be doing something different. As you can see here, we're taking a look at a YouTube channel called Old TV Time. And the title of today's video is Better Use of Leisure Time 1950. We're watching an educational video that's from 73 years ago. A little bit insane, but hey, maybe we can learn something from it. Otherwise, you know, this basically I'm just going to be reacting to this video to see how it goes. So hopefully you enjoy this. I hope I'm going to enjoy this, and hopefully we can learn something new from it. And if we don't, well, fuck. Alright, let's do this. Oh, better use of leisure time. Coronet instructional video. You know, I have a feeling that I'm gonna probably get a copyright claim from that music.
Leisure time.
Leisure time, yes.
Did you ever stop to think how much leisure time you really have?
Not enough.
Some of us put our leisure time to good use. And some of us, Ken Michaels, for example, spend most of our leisure time just moping.
Moping?
Yeah, moping, buddy.
He thinks I'm moping.
Yeah, I mean, look at this motherfucker. He's just laying there in his bed, then he gets all pissed off because dude said that he was moping. It's the 1950s. You probably got a nice car out there that you could just go drive around. You look like you're old enough to have a driver's license. Oh, fuck. You know what? Sorry. I got off on a tangent here. Let's just continue to go on with this. Sorry. Let's do this.
Well, who wouldn't mope? There's nothing to do. Nobody's around. You know how it is.
You know, sorry to pause again, but he's probably right. I mean, there probably isn't a whole hell of a lot to do in 1950 compared to how there is now. They had the frickin' rotary phone on their wall. I mean, he could call somebody to hang out with him, but maybe they're working. Who the fuck knows? But let's continue on. We're literally 49 seconds into the video.
I went down to the bowling alley. Went over to the drugstore.
Okay.
None of the gang was there.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
All my friends are busy. So what's for me to do?
Do you suppose Ken has more leisure time than his...
I already know. Do you suppose Ken has more leisure time than his other friends, is what that narrator is about to say, probably. And I don't really necessarily think that's the case. I mean, it might be. We'll figure that out here in a minute. But I really don't think that that's the case, necessarily, because maybe he just has different days off of work than his friends do. You know, it's not impossible to think that maybe he's, you know, a frontline worker at a place like... I don't know if there was a Walmart in 1950. I can't even remember. But let's just pretend that there was. Maybe he works on weekends. And he's got like fucking Monday and Tuesday off or something. Where his friends maybe work Monday through Friday. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? But anyways, let's proceed.
friends do?
Huh? Well, no, I don't have more time. We all spend about the same amount of time in school. And the rest is leisure time. I've got nothing to do but...
Oh, okay. Okay, so I was wrong. He's talking about them going to school. This motherfucker's a teenager, he's not even an adult. I'm looking at this dude thinking that he's an adult. I stand corrected, so same amount of leisure time, proceed.
Wait for supper.
Yeah.
My friends have more things to do. They're lucky.
Do they?
Ken's pretty lucky, too.
Listen to that. All right, I'll bite. Why am I lucky?
Why?
Because you have so much leisure time.
Yeah,
Time in which you can do things you enjoy.
I agree. I wish I had more leisure time to do things that I enjoy.
Time in which you don't have to work.
Yeah,
Like this, huh? Is that good?
it's great.
Let me show you a few things.
Oh boy.
Suppose
Please
you
do.
had lived 100 years ago.
100.
What would you have been like?
Okay, hold on, wait. He's asking this question about what would it have been like for him in 1850. And I'm watching this in 2023. So we're kind of like in the oddest way that you could really imagine is I'm actually watching this video with the same curiosity that the narrator is giving back to him. Is literally not what I was expecting when it come to watching this video. I was just looking for a cheap laugh. Anyway, let's proceed.
Take a look.
Where?
Where, yeah. On the wall.
Is that me? Is that
Yeah.
what I would have looked like 100 years ago?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Well, perhaps. But now,
Okay.
well, let's look back 100 years again.
Yeah?
And see someone else.
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's my dad.
dad 100 years ago writing?
Young man, you get off that bed and get to work.
Oh, hold up, sir. Sorry to interrupt. But he's... his dad's sitting there writing with a goddamn feather. Some calligraphy shit. And he's telling him to get off his bed and get to work or to get doing something or something. I can see that. But this dude is not the guy in the screen, but his son is presumably a teenager based on what I'm seeing here and hearing here. But how is this dude, you know, his dad wasn't alive 100 years ago. This is just a figment of his imagination of what his dad might be doing if he was around for, 100 years ago. But anyways, I digress. We'll get back to that later on. All right.
After you clean out the stable, you can build some new steps for the back porch. While I work 72 hours a week, no son of mine is going to loaf.
72 hours a week? Hold up. 72 hours a week? Hold on a minute. I work 5 days a week. That's 40 hours. So he's throwing another 32 hours on top of that. He's either working like fucking 10 or 12-hour shifts or something like that, or he thinks that he's got fucking 8 days in a fucking week or something. No, buddy, that's not how that works, but I'll leave the math to the mathematicians.
72 hours?
Yeah!
12 hours a day.
This fucking guy's got the same thought that I did. 72 hours? My boy, man. All right.
6 days a week.
Hold up, wait. What did he say?
72 hours?
12 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's fair. 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. He's got 1 day of leisure time. This dude's got fucking no leisure time to do shit. After a 12-hour shift, he probably sleeps for 12 fucking hours because he's tired as hell. I get it. I've done 12 hours. I used to work 10-hour shifts. Yeah, I get it. I know what it's like. He's either got way more ambition than I ever will, or he's just fucking loading dude full of bullshit. But anyway, proceed.
Tomorrow morning, young man, you're going out to get a regular job. You can work too, and earn your keep.
Yeah.
Not so good, Ken? Well, let's try another picture. Say about 50 years ago.
Oh, 50 years ago.
Oh, hello, son. Well, say, I've got some new pictures for the stereoscope.
Hold up. This is a little bit more realistic when he's talking about his dad 50 years ago. Well, no, probably not even really, if you think about it mathematically. Because how the fuck is his dad, even 50 years ago? Presumably this guy's maybe like somewhere between 15 to 18 years old. And his parents are probably in their 40s, or his dad still wouldn't have even been born yet.
Go. We'll look at them tonight.
Yeah.
Don't forget about your chores. Have them all done by the time I'm through work.
Yeah, I mean, you can spend your
And
leisure
keep the
time
wood
doing
box
chores.
full.
Yeah.
Boy, how long will you work, Dad?
Why, 10 hours.
10 hours.
10 hours a day, every day except Sunday.
That's nuts.
60 hours a week?
Insane.
Boy.
Insane.
Well, Ken,
Too
let's
much.
take a look at your father's time. Is it really?
His father is literally burning the candle at both ends in either one of those scenarios. 6 days a week for 12 hours or 6 days a week at 10 hours. It's still insane. 60 to 72 hours a week, 40 hours a week is sometimes too much. It consumes people's lives. Let's proceed.
He is
A lot of
today.
pausing, sorry.
Hi, Dad. You sure don't work as long hours as they used to.
That's right, Ken. It's a wonderful thing to be able to do so much work in so little time. This 40-hour week suits me fine. And some people even work shorter hours nowadays. By the way, Ken, how'd you like to play a quick round of golf before supper? I think we can work it in. And then later, I'd like to shellac that new bookcase I'm making.
Yeah.
Well, Ken,
Yes, Dad does enjoy his leisure time.
He does
And to
indeed.
think that a few years ago, people didn't have nearly so much time to themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on who you're talking about. I mean, bank robbers probably had a fuckload of time because all they were doing were robbing banks, fucking. And at that point, like back in those days, in the early 1900s, if you just were gone before the police even arrived, you would probably get away with the robbery, even if people could identify you. And then just imagine that even further even longer ago than that. Anyway, I'm sorry, I keep getting off on tangents. Let's proceed with the video and see what it teaches us.
Yes, we've gained a lot of leisure time in the last century or so. All of us.
Wait a minute. All of us?
Hold up. They gained a lot of leisure time over the last century from 1850 to 1950. It's literally almost another century later. I mean, give or take 27 years. But people are still working 40 hours a week. We have upgraded technology. We're using PCs for work instead of typewriters and old-time adding machines and calculators and stuff. And people are still working 40 hours a week, and we can't seem to get any less than that unless you're only working part-time. But then you're broke. Even at 40 hours a week, most people are broke.
Mother should hear you say that. She's always complaining that she doesn't have enough time.
Yeah.
Well, let's see
I don't
about
have enough
that.
time. I get
Can
that.
you picture your mother as she might have been 50 years ago?
My, that's hard work.
I bet it is.
It takes so much time, but that's woman's lot in life. Scrub clothes, carry water,
okay, I was
bake bread, feed the chickens, till time to go to bed and then get up again to start all over again.
I bet that is incredibly hard work nowadays. We just throw them into a machine, and the machine does all the work for us, and then it dries it for us, too. The only thing that we really need to do is fold the stuff and put it away. Technology has gone a long ways from, let's see, if that was 1900. That's just nuts.
You see, Ken? Now, how about today?
Yeah. The washing machine. So 50 years later, they actually had washing machines. That's awesome. See? So it's like, I don't even remember when this shit was invented. I'm too stupid to know that kind of shit. But, like, yeah, exactly. The washing machines. Those are just amazing.
My, this new washer certainly is a time saver. And I do need some extra time.
I agree.
Now, let's see. I want to do some shopping, but this first.
Whoa, how the hell did that just...
Wait.
Wait a minute. You just fucking rolled that thing away. Where the hell did it go? Out to oblivion? I understand that this dude is just, like, having fucking hallucinations right now while talking to a narrator that isn't actually there. But it went off into oblivion. I don't know what the fuck happened with that. And then she pulls over some fucking table or something where she needs to... I don't know what she... Let's find out what she's doing.
Wait a minute. This may be easier work, but it still looks like work.
It is.
Oh, well, I have to plan the program for the Women's Club next month.
Oh.
That's one of my favorite activities, you know. It does keep me busy, but, well, that's not work.
Right. If you're doing something that
What
you
do you
love,
think?
it's not work. Exactly. I'm not even learning anything about leisure time yet, and we're almost 5.5 minutes into the 10-minute video. Okay, let's keep going.
Think, Ken.
Well, Mother does have more leisure time now. But still, she's always busy.
Yeah.
How does she find so many things to do? How can I find something to do with my extra time?
Well, they suggested getting
But
a
for
job.
that matter, what about you?
Me?
I don't know.
Me or
Seems
the
as if
narrator?
leisure time is a problem.
Hold up. Are you talking to me, dude, or are you talking to the narrator that's talking to you? Because I really want to believe that you're talking to that narrator. But let's hit the play button and see.
Well, let's see how your friends have met that problem.
Yeah, how have they?
I told him once my friends were all busy.
Are they, though?
Oh,
Or are they busy doing nothing?
busy. They have something to do with their time.
Oh, do they now?
Let's see. Last I saw Dave, he was headed that-a-way.
That
You
way.
mean this way? Yes. Dave has a hobby of identifying birds.
Ah,
It's a pleasant way of spending his time, and
Bird watching.
besides, it helps him with
That could be
some of
fun.
his schoolwork.
I
You can
suppose
learn
it
quite a bit from
Biology.
hobbies.
yeah, that's fun.
Here's the way Marge spends some of her leisure time. She's learning to play the piano. She's getting a lot of pleasure from her
There it is
own
right there.
accomplishment. And she's acquiring a skill that will help her socially.
Yeah, good, yeah.
And some of the fellows spend their time in group activities that are building
Flipping her
them
out.
up
Look at this
physically,
motherfucker.
as well as providing them with a lot of fun.
He just fucking yeeted him.
So that's what they're all doing.
Yeah,
No wonder I couldn't find them.
yeah. So what will you do?
I'll bet you think I should figure out something to do with my time.
That's what I just asked you.
The question is, how will I know it's the right kind of thing? How will I know I'm using my time well?
Because it'll be you doing something that you like to do. That's my guess. Let's see what this says.
Your father mentioned a bookcase he was making, didn't he?
Yes.
Remember how he worked at it last night? Mr. Michaels, you gain 3 important things from your hobby, don't you?
What
Do
is
I? All I know is
He doesn't
this
even
is
know.
a pleasant change from my work, and
it? He doesn't even know the 3. The 3 things that he gained from it. He's like, did I? Okay, anyway.
I'm learning a few things.
Yeah,
Someday, when I get more time, I'm going to make new furniture for the whole house.
yeah.
Well, there you are. Do you see now, Ken?
What were the 3
I think
things?
so. A good use of leisure time should give you a change.
Yeah.
It should help you learn things,
Sure.
and, well, now I'm not sure about the third.
It's a good idea to have a long-range goal for your leisure time activities.
Ah, yes.
But it isn't always easy to find a single occupation that will give you all 3 values.
Then you should have more than one activity?
It does help. Of course, even one thing to do is better than just moping.
True.
For instance, swimming is a pleasant
Oh my
change, a lot of fun, and a chance to build
Look at
yourself
all
up
the pixels
physically.
here.
And what about reading?
Mm,
There's
I mean,
a
it can be
leisure
fun.
time activity that will help you learn things
would.
you'd like to know about many subjects.
depending on what you're reading, yeah.
And this hobby
What
could
the
have a
fuck are they-
long-range goal. Perhaps a job in the air.
What the fuck is that? I have no idea even what that thing was, but okay.
I get it. You know, I took some pictures once. Yeah, I got a camera for Christmas. Now, let's see, what did I do with that camera? It's around here somewhere. I gotta straighten this place up, too. Oh, here it is. You know, photography ought to make a good hobby for me.
Good, yeah. Taking
Yeah,
pictures and stuff.
might even want to make a business out of it someday.
Blowing the dust off
Thanks.
your camera, man. Yeah.
Well, what about it? Will photography give Ken a change?
Yeah.
Can he
could.
learn while doing it?
He
And
could.
perhaps prepare himself for better living? Will he have a long-range goal to give him satisfaction?
He might.
And what might be some good uses for your leisure time? Will you let time slip away from you,
Hell nah.
or will you use it well?
The dude used it well. Well, we're back at looking at the clock and hearing some old-time music. Ah, the end! Well, hopefully we all learned something from this. The one thing that I can say is I didn't learn all that much from it other than stuff that I already do. But anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this. This was just a nice change of pace for me to do something different other than just live streaming video games or editing game videos. And if you want more things like this in the future, just let me know, or other sorts of reaction videos. I'll be happy to oblige by that, because it just adds a little bit more creativity to the channel. Otherwise, remember, if you're new, to subscribe and hit the like button, leave a comment down below. Just let me know what you think. Otherwise, have a good day, and thanks for stopping by.